Good morning. Today we're going to go through the RingCentral application that's on your computers. I'm going to go ahead and start out with it maximized, but you would look for this little R symbol down here on your desktop. It'll say RingCentral. That's the app that you will want to use. So getting into it real quick here. Whenever you first bring it up, you should see your messages. This is kind of like Teams, where you'll have text messages back and forth and that sort of thing. You can add yourselves to Teams and kind of develop that out, much like Teams does, in the same sort of vein, with being able to share files, tasks, apps back and forth, whiteboard, etc. Kind of straightforward and pretty straight, as far as like the links will come in, it looks just exactly like Teams. You have your pinned messages and files and such off on the side. That's here under show details where all this is at. This is just conversation between me and Star where we're testing out. You can also start a video call. You can start a normal call where it'll just straight dial the person for you. Again, pretty self-explanatory. You can react to messages. You can edit, post, reply, forward, etc. Think of this like Teams Lite, effectively. If you're not familiar with Teams, there'll be a training at some point for that. Next up, you got video calling. That's just your standard messaging, kind of like Zoom. You can start a message, schedule one, you can join one, you can start your own personal meeting room, you can sync your calendar for email. You've also got your past meetings here, and you've got recordings. If there's any recorded messages or recordings that are either shared with you or that you've received, you can filter here. My recordings shared with me, etc. You can also search. The main thing that you all are going to want to use is this phone here. This is a soft phone. This acts just like your desk phone. Dial a number. The caller ID up here is what number you're going to have as what the person on the other end is going to see, obviously. I would recommend setting it to your building. If you are at a building, if you're a district, I would set it to district just to keep it uniform. That way nobody thinks that they have to call you directly back on your direct line. Everybody has a individual fax and voice number, but I recommend not giving it out if possible, just to keep uniformity for everybody. Again, just dial the number, hit the green button to dial. You can also search by name. So if I type in Star, Star's extension comes up here. And I can dial her, or I can dial her primary number, or I can dial her extension. You got your voicemail here. Any voicemails that come in unread, any recordings that you make of call recordings go here. Your missed calls, your dialed calls. That's where all that's at. Jumping into fax. I'll go ahead and, oops. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and say that for the fax line, you've got your incoming faxes and your outgoing faxes. This is just kind of where everything's at. If you hit the plus button from any window, you do it from the messages or whatever, come up here, you can make a new message, you can create a team, start a video recording, send a new fax. We'll go through this real quick here. So sending a fax, I'm going to send it from my primary number just because it's coming from me. I'm actually going to send this to our US admin thing. So basically I'm going to come in here, I'm going to find my document that I'm looking for. I'm going to attach it here. Maximum file size, it'll tell you the file size that you have exactly right now. And then I can hit send now if I have notes. But it's going to basically put a cover letter on this for me. I've selected formal. There are other options, but I feel formal or modern are probably the best options. Actually, I'll pick modern here. Then I just hit send now and fax submitted. I can go here to my fax and I can see that it's processing, and it will have an update here soon for me once it sends out. That's pretty much it. You've got your contact list here. All your contacts for the company are in here. Any personal contacts as well, they'll be under your personal. That's basically it there. We're still processing on that. Everything else is pretty much straightforward. If you go under settings, You have all of your options for setting your phone, setting your voicemail recording, greeting, the pin that you use. I have a custom greeting because I didn't like the way it was trying to read my name with the AI. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Messaging, video, you can set your video messaging settings, as far as like which webcam and headphones and everything that it uses. Um, you can receive incoming calls while you're in a meeting. You turn that off. Under fax, there's the option to automatically print incoming faxes. You select that, and then you select the printer that you want to use, and it will print it out automatically whenever you receive a fax. Basically, that's pretty much it. There's your default fax ID. I just have it as my primary number that I have here, just for ease of use with vendors and stuff like that. You'll probably, again, recommended to use the company fax lines for that purpose, just to, again, for uniformity. Um, Notifications, again, that's just setting your notifications, the ringtones that you'll hear. You can listen to them, see what they sound like. There's various options. I have high gong set as my ringtone. My video calls come in as high gong as well. Log drum, bing bong, all the other fun stuff. Direct messages, I'll receive an email notification every 15 minutes. You can turn that off. You can set it to every hour. Email notifications for when you're mentioned in a message or Teams group. You've got calendar and contacts. You can connect your Microsoft or your Google if you have it. Obviously, we use Microsoft Exchange. I wouldn't use because we use Microsoft 365 through Commonwealth Office of Technology. You got your themes. If you want a dark theme, a light theme, follow system settings so that it'll go dark theme. That's pretty much it that I can think of for everything here. There is a RingCentral University that is very handy, and I can send out the link to that. But it basically, once you sign in, you can go through and register through this. And effectively just kind of go through, and it'll give you kind of what I went over, but it breaks it down into 8-minute little segments or 3-minute little segments and such. There's just a training plan. You just hit get started, and it takes you right into it. And you can just click in here and say, hey, I want to start this, and then it'll take you right to the initial thing, and it'll give you the lessons over on the side. It's university.ringcentral.com. That's university.ringcentral.com. And that's where all the basic training is and stuff like that. You guys will want to go under users, and then there's chatting with messages and everything else that I've kind of gone over here. Again, I would recommend it just to go through it. There's also the mobile app, texting, just kind of everything helpful. So, my name's Josh. I'm the IT coordinator here for North Central District Health Department. If you have any questions or concerns or anything, please feel free to send in an email with the questions, or send me a call or a ticket, and I'll get back with y'all. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.